Hey friends, welcome to my channel. Today is a Friend Friday. Let's get crafting. For this DIY, I'm going to be using this outdated container that I found at my local thrift store. And then I'm also going to be using this printable that I designed, and it's free for all of you today. The link is down below in my description box. Once I had my containers painted the color that I wanted, which was this really pretty green color, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my tags, and I lightly sprayed them with some hairspray to lock in that ink from the ink printer. Now I'm going to take my Sharpie marker and I'm going to make some vertical lines going all the way around both of the lids, and then I'm going to come back in with my ruler and make a horizontal line on the smaller one, and on the bigger one I'm going to do 2. So that way they both have the same consistency square size on both of the lids, even though one has a row of 3 of the check boxes and the other one only has 2. Then I'm going to come in with my black paint and my paintbrush, and I'm just going to go around the edges and paint in all of those squares, creating that checkered pattern. And once everything was really dried, I came back in with my sanding block from the Dollar Tree, and I just roughed it up in the spots that I wanted it, because I wanted it to have that farmhouse vintagey look. And then now I'm going to take my Mod Podge and I'm just going to go all over the whole bucket, and then I'm going to seal on those tags as well. Now I'm going to go into my collection of my brads that I have. I love brads. I'm a paper crafter too, so I have these all organized the way I like them, and I'm just going to punch out some holes so that I can add some to this container. I loved the raised metal look on these. I thought it added a really cute detail, and it made it look kind of like there's screws or bolts or grommets that you would see on some farmhouse furniture. Now I'm just going to come in after I've created my holes, and I'm going to use these pull-out drawer handles for the lids, and I thought all together looks so cute. I opened the back side and sealed them all down with glue. Today is a Friend Friday hop, and it's really simple. Linked down below in my description box is the link to the next channel in the hop. You will continue to hop around from one channel to the next until you circle all the way back around to me, being able to see all kinds of new crafters here on YouTube. It's a great way to be introduced to some new styles and some new crafters, so I hope you enjoy the hop. This DIY is super simple. I find baskets like this all the time at my thrift stores, and they are honestly one of my favorite things to pick up. Now I always get things half off. I go on the days where there's half off sales. So I'm going to start by just removing these handles from my buckets, and then I'm going to take them outside and I'm going to spray paint them this beautiful blue color. I thought this color was so pretty. I love how it looks against the white. So I'm now going back in with some white paint that's acrylic with my paintbrush, and I'm just going around the rim, and then I'm going to add in a little bit of distressing so that way it has a very summery feel to it. I just love how this looks with the distressing on it, and you can see that I'm coming in with a grayish brown color and really distressing the areas where it would get a lot of wear and tear. And I think that this really adds so much personality to the bucket when you do this. Now I'm coming in and I'm dry brushing it, but then I'm taking a paper towel and I'm really rubbing it in and helping it soak into the bucket itself. Then last, I just put the handles back on, and I will be using it to display towels in my bathroom. Now I hope you are enjoying this video so far. I have so much fun creating these projects for all of you. Don't forget, again, the link for the printable is down below in my description box, and that will take you over to my brand new website where you will be able to get that printable and download it for free. It doesn't cost anything. My website is the place where I'm now going to be having my printables, because it's a safe place to be able to download them and be able to grab them and find them really easy. For this DIY, I'm going to be taking this crock container, and I loved the color. I didn't even touch it. I'm just going to take a piece of foam and I'm going to cut it down to size, and I don't want it to fall down inside the container, so I want it to be really tight in the neck of this crock. So I'm just kind of trimming it a little bit where I need to and rounding the sides so that it will fit really tightly in there, and I'm just going to shove that down in without letting it fall all the way down and through. I didn't use any glue, I just pushed it down in there. And now I'm going to take some of this tall grass that you can get from the Dollar Tree during this season, and I am going to separate them from the handle that they come on, take something to poke a whole bunch of holes inside of that foam, and then I'm going to come back in with my hot glue and put those right inside of those holes. Now remember, when you get the hot glue on the grass, it will want to melt the grass, so make sure you stay towards the bottom where the paper wrapped around the grass is. Then at this point, I'm going to add in some hot glue and some of this moss to go around the grass. I just think that this looks so high-end and so beautiful. They sell stuff like this so expensive at high-end stores, and it is just costing me a couple of bucks. Then to finish off the look, I'm going to take some of this gray gingham ribbon and I'm going to wrap it around and tie on a knotted ribbon. I recently had some new videos come out here on my channel. If you're interested in them, I will link them at the end of this video and down below in my description box so you can check them all out. Lots of fun new DIYs to try, so go and check them out and let me know what you think of them. Now, I know I'm not the only one that sees a lot of these kind of signs at their thrift store. I got this one half off, and I am going to turn it into something really cool and functional for organizing things in your craft room, in your kitchen, wherever you want to put it. I just took it outside after I took off the metal hardware on the back, spray painted it a tan color, and then I'm going to take some of these baskets from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to create some hole marks where I know I want to drill out for both of these baskets. And I'm going to have 4 for each basket. That way, so once I'm all done drilling my holes, I can come back in with some zip ties and really easily fasten it to this board. I love doing organization DIYs like this because it seriously costs me hardly anything. And if you tried to buy something like this from the store, they really are so expensive. It doesn't have to cost a lot to have a functional, beautiful home. It just takes a couple of bucks and some imagination and being willing to do these projects. So once I've got it all zip tied on, I came back in with some of these metal tags that I found on Amazon. I'll link them down below. I just think these are so cool. And I'm just going to zip tie that right on. And then to finish off the look and to give it a little bit of that farmhouse feel, I'm going to dry brush on some white paint and hang it up with my metal on the back to display things or organize things in my home. For this DIY, I found this tiny bucket. I thought this was so cute, and the coloring of the bucket was so farmhouse perfect that I did not want to do anything to the bucket, but I wanted to make it look more like a high-end summer. This could even go into fall because of how neutral the colors are. I thought this would be so pretty to have in my home for this next several months to put up and display. So I'm going to just put some foam inside, a dowel stick, and then a round foam ball at the top. And you can see that I put in the moss around the bottom inside the basket. And now up at the top for that ball, I'm just going to take off all of these hydrangea flower petals off of the handle. And I poked a hole in the styrofoam ball, and I'm just adding some hot glue in so they stay in nice and tight and in place. And then I'm going to just add some glue and put that ball right back onto the stick. You can see how this seriously took me maybe at tops about 5 minutes. I don't even think it was that. It was so fast. And now I'm going to take one of these little tag signs. I just can't help myself, friends. If you've been here a long time, you know I love these signs, these little tags. And I'm just going to glue that right onto the front of the basket because it just gives it a little something farmhouse, even more to the front. And then I'm going to take some twine because why not? I love twine too. I tied a double loop bow and I'm going to glue that right onto the stick to complete the look, and it's ready to be displayed. I hope you enjoyed this video today and you feel inspired. Leave a comment down below to let me know which one you like and which one you think you would try. And don't forget to enjoy the hop for Friend Friday. I'm going to link that down below in my description box as well. I'm going to pin it at the top of my comments so you can find it really easy. And until the next episode, bye friends.